Hi.
I'm off
You are off the thing. Welcome to part... Oh, you should do it. Welcome to part 2.
Welcome to part 2 of Canadians with Disabilities and Their Allies. I'm Brent, the host for Canadians with Disabilities and Their Allies, and we've got Neil here, and his son Jake.
Yes, I am also here.
Yeah.
I'll move this right there.
How's everyone doing today? We had an awesome guest on the show today. Sonia First Snow, the Green Leader for Cowichan Valley, and she covers a lot of other areas too. And don't ask me to name them all off because it's just too many areas to cover. But it was great. It was awesome. Wonderful segment that she came on and talked about a lot of pressing issues for Canadians with disabilities. Right? I mean, we all have our lived experience, and we know what affects our lives. And it was wonderful hearing what she had to say, and it kind of echo our what we're going through.
It was good.
Yeah. So if you have any questions to send in, here's the time to send us lots of questions, and we'll see what we can kind of answer some of these questions for.
Can people see the official sponsor, the Tim Hortons?
Yeah. So we have this. I have to point it right here. This sponsor banner, if you will, with changing pictures of people who are sponsoring us or we wish were sponsoring us.
Yeah, and Tim Hortons classifies as the wish sponsor.
Oh yes, the double.
Don't
Medium double.
Don't cover my head.
I won't. I'll put it up there because no one cares about the view count. Am I right?
Sure.
Yeah. No, that looks terrible too. No, that covers chat. The very bottom.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I think Daniel Trey says effing A because Canadian.
There you go.
All right, eh?
Yeah.
Send us some donuts, Dan.
Yeah, we did not get Tim Hortons as our sponsor. No.
No, darn it.
We will probably never manage, but with that mindset, we'll never manage anything.
It's got those two conflicting with my book there.
Oh, that's true.
Move it
No,
over.
but they won't see it in the actual
they don't see it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, Evil Flightless Birdie is also here. LOL. I agree with that.
Twitter crashed when we were doing the segment just at the end there, so yeah, I don't know what happened. I kept trying to send messages.
They respond. They do respond.
Yeah, Birdie and Patricia, if you're on, I mean, yeah, that's what happened. I tried sending you a message there, and it kept saying sending, so I don't know what happened, but at least it didn't crash when we had Sonia on.
The wonders of Twitter space.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was great, though. It was an awesome segment.
No, it was really good, yeah. I'm going to enjoy cutting that one down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome that she's going to come back on in September, and we'll take any questions, and then, basically anyone had any questions, just send them over to us, right? And we'll compile them up, and then we can read them off to Sonia. Because there's so many great topics to talk to her about, right? I mean, like there's basic income, there's lived experience, there's housing affordability, inflation. I mean, you name it. Transportation. I mean, the list keeps going on, right? So. I think any questions that you guys have or anybody who's watching, just definitely let us know and send them to us. And we need to get a sponsor here too, right? We need to keep this going, right? So, we're trying to get Tim Hortons. I don't know.
I was gonna actually do just a little funny tweet yesterday, but I didn't do it yet.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll do it after this. This is done.
Yeah, good to Tim Hortons. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
And Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the time, if you have a legitimate reason for tweeting them, they will probably respond because they have people like moderating the Twitter, right? Yeah. So yeah.
I still like the idea of a little Timbit, the size of the like the Bieber Timbit,
Yeah.
I mean, like Canadians with Disabilities, so
Yeah, just do the one with the 4 holes in it.
Yeah. All the clawbacks, they keep clawing it out, and then what we do is we claw it with the Canadian flag and we put it in there,
Yeah.
Maybe with the icing, get them to put the Canadian logo icing in there.
There you go.
There's also
what kind of flavor would we use? So Maple?
Maple syrup
Yeah.
flavor.
Maple, ooh, I don't know.
There's a few more things popping up in chat. First, Daniel has a question. Will you trade us premieres?
Haha.
Trade us what?
Premieres?
I get it. I
yeah.
gotcha.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was thinking of premiere being a show.
Doug for John? Oh,
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah, we'll keep our John as flawed as he is.
We don't want a nation out here.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe another quick poll.
Yeah.
What should the flavor of the poverty donut be?
Yeah, that's a great poll, Neil.
Maybe water and crackers flavor?
Yeah. But like a Triscuit or something like that.
Or craft dinner flavor?
Hey, yeah, they come with all these other new ones. I mean, or I don't know. How about a I don't know, licorice flavor. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do I spell licorice? Like that. Let's just go with
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that.
Did you fail your spelling test?
I did actually. That's not how you spell it. Like that with the Q.
Oh,
is
That's
it?
I did not know that.
I think that's American though.
Maybe. I'll throw them off and make them.
Chocolate.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna put chocolate in there.
Sure,
why
yes.
not?
Sure, why not?
We'll try one poll that way, and we'll see what the result will be, and we'll any other ideas come up with.
But I did really like what Sonia said though. She covered a lot of bases. It was very good.
Well, especially when she said nobody in the country should be below the poverty level. Like nobody should be in abject poverty, right? I mean, we live in a wealthy nation. She agreed on that one. And, I like when her comment that she responded to Sonia's comment regarding Sonia about the $600, right? About the youth getting that money.
Mm-hmm.
Extra $600 on top of a $1,250, over $1,850 they get. Yeah, so I mean, there's a problem there. I mean, because once they age up to 27 years old, it gets clawed off them. It gets taken back. So there's that clawback again. Like they got to stop this clawback stuff. I mean, it's not working.
Well, and I don't know if you know this about my situation, but I with the clawback I have of the survivor's pension. This was going way back at the beginning of when this all happened. I actually had somebody from Children and Families Ministry write to me, and they said, well, our ministry can give you money for childcare. We'll give you up to $800 of childcare a month if you have somebody else look after your son. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so the Children and Families will give me money, will give me the $800 that I'm out. I'm basically, at that time I was getting a little bit over $700 clawed back. And so I'm thinking, okay, so the Ministry of Social Development is clawing back $700 plus, but your ministry, Children and Families, say, oh well, we'll give you $800, and we'll pay somebody else $800, so they'll look after your son.
Wow,
and I
that's
said,
absurd.
And I said, how messed up is that?
Yeah, that's absurd. That's cruel.
That's completely messed up. And just really messed up.
They're like in the Stone Age or something. Archaic.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even look after my own son.
I don't know who would come up with those kind of legislation ideas.
And the thing is when my first wife passed away, I actually was working at the time still for Disability Foundation. I worked for about another 6 months afterwards. But then, it got to be too hard because Jake was just turned 5, and and so I worked for 6 months after, and then I realized I couldn't do it. It's a lot, right?
Well, yeah.
And both my mother-in-law and my own parents, they're getting old, and so I don't have a lot of people I can say, here, take my son. I wanted to look after my son anyway. Like I wanted to have that responsibility.
Oh, absolutely.
But being able to do a job and look after a child is hard. So I stepped away from the job for about a year, and that should be my choice. I shouldn't have, like, if I make that choice, it shouldn't be, well, okay, you can make that choice and now you have to live in even deeper poverty now.
Yeah.
That's not...
Or, anywhere, really. I mean, it's such a wealthy nation, and the income needs to be distributed out so that everybody can prosper, right?
Yeah. Who said that? Who said that comment?
Evil Birdie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Evil Flight made that comment that it's not just in BC, it's also in Ontario.
Exactly, and it affects everybody in every region of the country, for sure. Evil Flightless Birdie, I'm glad that had Sonia on today to talk about these pressing issues, and she's going to be on again in September. She's delighted to come back on, and this is awesome. Because there's so many topics to talk about, right? I mean, it affects not just, people in BC, but everywhere across Canada. We're all, like she said, like we're all in this, like, not the words together, but we're all in the same category. Like, we're all being affected one way or another because of legislative poverty, right? Let's call it what it is. I mean,
a spade, a spade. Yeah.
I don't know why they just don't call it minister clawbacks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
When I said to her, like, why do they call it Ministry of Poverty Reduction? Like, what are they reducing? Throwing pebbles. It's not reducing. It's like throwing a little pebble in the water. It's like plunk.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah. So what's the question that somebody has here?
Oh yeah. So
poverty elimination.
Evil Birdie was saying, I knew one who opted for opening a daycare, but would only accept others who were told the same thing and could finally afford to care for her own child. But that really opened my eyes to how nested these healthcare, rather the care society was, and I knew, but really seeing is something else.
Yeah, and like, I've always, I know that that's not government's intention.
Yeah.
This whole thing, but. The whole idea is perverse that your spouse passes away, dies, and the system is set up like it's like, congratulations, your wife passed away, now you're rewarded with a clawback, congratulations. And I know it's not meant to be that. Like, I know that's not their intent. But it doesn't matter. That's not their intent.
Yes, it's how it's written in there.
That's how it's written in. It's like,
needs to be changed.
It's like, if your wife passes away, congratulations. Yeah. Here's a clawback for you.
Yeah.
to show that the government cares. To show us appreciation, and we'll give you a clawback. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It's like thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly. Get Sonia over here to do the.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's exactly it, right? I mean, all these clawbacks, they don't need to happen anywhere in Canada, right? I mean, sure, we're in British Columbia, but every province does clawbacks. I don't know what kicks they get out of it.
Well, I think the only I could be wrong, but I think the only one that doesn't is Alberta. Now, I could be wrong now. Yeah. Maybe they are doing it now, but I know.
They weren't. They weren't.
They weren't. I don't know about now, but it's hard to find that information. I've tried to dig for it.
Yeah, I couldn't find
all that information is buried. Like, it's so hard to find.
There was one site I went to before. Now it's no longer up, and it gave every single province and all the different resources on how caseloads and stat numbers, and it just disappeared.
Yeah.
For some amazing way. I don't know why or how, but
Evil Birdie was saying again, Brent, what was noted by Patricia and I about Sonia talking today is that her numbers were in line with what we saw in Ontario, that $53,000 was the actual cost.
So it's exactly what's happening in BC, Birdie. $53,000, for one person. And I said to her, did you hear that line where I said to her, one person? She goes, that's right. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah,
like, wow, one person. So now you times that by the caseload of how many people are on their system.
Yeah.
And how about the people that are on on income assistance that are pending to try to get onto disability status, and they got to jump through all those hoops.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, there's so much strain on the healthcare system. I got a kick out of that. It's like when I had the minister on that one day. Where he said, well, 22% of the transfer payments go from Ottawa to the provinces.
Yeah.
And some people say, well, is it just BC? No, every single province gets 22%.
Yeah.
That number used to be 50-50.
Yeah.
So now they say, oh, well, we don't have enough money to basically increase the social safety net because, well, Ottawa's not giving us enough. Well, the minister was on the show, and he said there's other avenues that can get money from streams. I mean, it's a little bit harder. But
the money's there. I mean, even Sonia today said, it is a matter of priorities. Yeah. The money is there if the government, tries hard enough. It's just... I mean, sure, a matter of assigning your priorities.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it may make a little bit more, interesting for them or difficult in different ways, but they can do it because it is the law. Well,
and especially as the point was made that poverty is actually costing money.
Yeah, like I was telling you.
If you factor that in too.
Yeah. Well, it's like I mentioned too, Sonia, like, it's like poverty costs them more money than to not do something than to do something.
That's right. Yeah.
And keep, like I say, throw pebbles at it. It's just going to keep costing them more money.
Yeah.
Right? Because it erodes away the buying power with inflation.
Yeah.
1983, 7.7% from Stats Canada came out today said the national average for inflation went up in May. From 6.8% in April.
I was reading that.
And that's just the national average. Well, I mean, if that was that low, I mean, it's high, but I mean, if it was that low, well, it wouldn't be, it's high. But the real number is like 30% a lot of things, or 50.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
It is. It's crazy.
But I mean, imagine 1983. So that basically says our rates are based at 1983 rates.
Pretty soon you're going to get a head of lettuce for $10.
$10. Hey,
$10 a head.
$10. Oh, you better make sure there's no brown spots on that lettuce. Make sure those carrots aren't rotten. I mean, it's crazy times. I mean, how about double? Imagine how much that would be by then.
That would be like $25.
Yeah.
Well, of course we'll get our sponsorship, so we'll get ours for free.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially we need to. How's that poll coming along about the donuts?
Last time I checked, there was only 2 votes.
Yeah, we
need 3 votes now. Okay. It's tied with Maple, Craft Dinner, and Chocolate.
Dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, Evil Birdie voted for Craft Dinner.
I want Craft Dinner. I want Craft Dinner to win, actually.
Yeah, Craft Dinner.
That's my vote.
Yeah, okay, let's pump that up, Craft Dinner. Yeah. Just keep those votes coming in there.
I think there's only 3 people in the stream right now, but...
Oh, well, as people said before, the numbers kind of lie. So.
Yeah. But Birdie, you were the one that did Craft Dinner, right? I'm not mistaken. You did.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Didn't they have these different kind of craft dinners that are coming out now? Then they have these cotton candy craft dinner. I think I saw that in the grocery store.
That's disgusting.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel says Tetris.
Yeah. You want me to play Tetris?
No, I don't want you to play Tetris,
I know.
Please.
I'm sure Brett doesn't either. Oh well.
How about that? What is that? Not the Among Us, but the one where you with the sharks.
Among Us.
The one with the sharks. Where
Among Us.
The sharks jump into the boat. What's that? The kind of rubber doll guys, and you pick each other up and you throw. What is that one?
Oh, Gang Beasts.
Gang Beasts. There you go.
Yeah, but that's multiplayer. Oh, 60% Maple.
There you go.
60% Maple. Oh wow.
Whoa.
Well, that is more Canadian, so that makes sense.
4 people voted for Maple. Okay, I think Dylan is getting his alternate accounts. I think that's what's happening.
Another 7 votes from Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's rigged, guys. I'm sorry, but Maple's winning.
Man, we gotta get that craft dinner going though.
I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, right. It never shows the
with the
live
cheese
numbers.
Instead of the icing, you just ice it with the cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Or you could it would be like maybe just put the cheese powder actually.
Probably even better.
Cheese powder on the top.
Oh yeah.
Don't even make it saucy. Just put the cheese powder on.
Sprinkle it on top. Yeah.
Dylan's saying he does not have access to his alts because he's walking to Tim Hortons right now.
I should have said when I had Sonia on, but course, she was pressed for time, but I was going to use the segment that I usually use on there about the pot of spaghetti.
Yeah.
You just told me to boil it.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask her, you guys. I was gonna ask her about the Canada Disability Benefit, but I figured, well, she probably wouldn't know too much about that. So
I don't even think Carla Quattle knows too much about it.
I don't. From that, it seems that she can't even vote on the to getting it done. Yeah.
Brent, regarding that weather next week, that's what Brody said.
Oh,
Mike Morris
yeah.
did speak to it and got a response today in the HOC.
Yeah, because it did it. From what I heard, it was supposed to try to go through the second reading, but I don't know. Bertie, have you heard anything, or you guys, have anyone heard anything about it going through the second reading? Because last thing I heard was it still hadn't done anything, and even does go through the second reading. I mean, that's just look what we did.
Yeah,
like pat themselves on the shoulder.
The day count's going up and up and up and up. Yeah.
Intern amount, right?
Yeah.
Now there's 2 votes for craft dinner. Still 4 votes for maple.
What I heard, there was something in the Freeland had said there was going to be some kind of rental relief, one-time payment to over 1 million people.
Okay.
$500 payment.
Well, that's something.
A one-time payment.
That's something.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something like Cointreau saying that. Well,
give with one hand, take with the other.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we promised, but
yeah.
You know.
And then BC gives $400, so that's $900.
But then BC might claw it off, though. BC might claw it off.
And that's the whole way that the social assistance system is set up right now. It's like, rob Peter to pay Paul. So I get a clawback so that the social assistance system can pay somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, that's not right. That's Robin Hood had it right. If you take from the rich, you don't take from the poor to pay the poor.
See, well, what they should have done when with Sonia's question, she goes, "Hi, Sonia," to Sonia. It was kind of funny, eh? I like that, yeah. But that was a good question about the $600, like youth up to 27. $600 payment up to, so on top of their rate.
Yeah.
So what they should have done is kind of like they robbed Peter to pay Paul. So what they should have done, if they were having some balancing issues with it, I don't know. I mean, however they're doing it, at least they should have done was, okay, $300, $300. Like, give each sector $300, eh, Sonia? Like, it would at least made more sense than saying, well, here's $600, here's $0 for you.
Yeah.
But at least balance it out, right?
Yeah.
It'd be almost like, here's your $300 back that we clawed off you. Sorry about that. I mean,
yeah. The whole idea that they have different definitions for earned income and say, well, this is earned income and this isn't. This is earned income and this isn't. So income should be income.
Evil flightless birdie saying something again, but Brent, worker and disability supports are purposefully kept low for renters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is sad. The sad truth.
Well, it's definitely the truth on that, because it's pushing them into deeper poverty, right? You suppress the rates down, right? If you increase the rates at minimum wage and you increase the rates for PWD, everybody will prosper. Better yet, just give everybody basic income. Hey, Patricia?
Yeah.
I mean, be done with it, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because the service is already there, right? All the services got EI, CPP, GIS, OAS, I mean, you name it. Child tax credits.
Yeah.
GST. It's all there, so I mean,
And yet their excuse for not being able to roll out the Canada Disability Benefit is like, oh well, we don't know which, like, we don't have things set up properly, and it's like, well, okay, you have your income taxes, the T5s or whatever they are, and
T5007,
the 007 ones, and it's just like,
they don't know how many people are on the caseloads across the country. They're trying to figure out, well, really? They can find that out.
It's just like the bus pass computer excuse.
Yeah.
Sorry, the computer doesn't exist anymore. Same thing.
Yeah, we dismantled it, but we don't know how to put it back together.
Yeah.
We saw you start laughing on that. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember who said that? Rob Shaw posted that out one time. Yeah, I remember that. He posted that out. And then I had one of the other media people, reporters, had contacted me and said, well, what's going on with the bus pass?
Yeah.
I go, well, apparently they said it was dismantled.
We can't find another computer.
Yeah.
There's no computer in the world that we can find.
No, so we just said, it's taking a lot longer to figure out and put it back together.
It's like Humpty Dumpty.
Daniel Trays, in 2009, I found a bachelor for $500 per month. I couldn't rent a cardboard box for that now in Toronto.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Well, exactly, because the rates for shelter in Ontario are $4.97, and I mean, some people say, oh, well, Ontario's shelter is higher than BC. All right, yeah, but their support portion is lower. You know what I mean? Like, so, and it's like, BC's shelter is like lower, but the support portion is higher. So but then there's cost of living. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, remember I was telling you that just a few days ago, I saw that in Vancouver, they have a hotel somewhere in Vancouver, I don't know which one, that they have, some of them are strata lots that you can actually own. Oh, yeah. So there's a room, there's a one room that's like a 300 square foot room. Oh my gosh. 300 square foot room that you can buy and own. But get this, it's for $660,000. For a 300 square foot room, $660,000, and it doesn't even have a kitchen. With no kitchen and no laundry. So it's got space for a bedroom and it's got a TV in there. Oh, wow. So wow.
I wonder if there's any plugins.
Yeah, so for $300 with no kitchen and no laundry.
Where are you supposed to?
Or not for $300, for 300 square feet.
Yeah.
$660,000.
300 square feet. Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Just crazy.
Hey, Bertie and Dan. I mean, you guys. I mean, wow. Imagine 300 square feet for $660,000.
That's nuts.
I think they're having their own conversation in the chat.
They're ignoring us.
No. They're too smart for this talk.
Yeah.
They're intellectual. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Maple won. I'm going to end the poll. Maple.
Okay, that's fine.
Maple won by a landslide.
Okay.
Sadly.
Oh.
Kraft Dinner was the second closest though. So.
But yeah, a lot of great discussions on the segment there. It was different, broadcasting it right from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, we had to share a phone because we didn't want to get the feedback. So.
Yeah, we've been like, wow, and then Twitter crashed.
Yeah.
Right after the show is done.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel Trey says he has no intellects. Yeah. Oh, also, if I add Neil and Brent's vote for KD, I think Mabel would still win because there was 2 votes for Kraft Dinner and I think 4 or 5 for Maple.
Yeah.
So it would either be tied or Maple would still win. Fine. So that's.
I like the idea of that using the powdered cheese though.
I love that idea.
Wait,
powdered cheese on the top.
Wait,
you just
actual
sprinkle it
the actual powdered one, or melt it and then it.
No, you just sprinkle the powder. Just sprinkle the powder on top.
Yeah,
it would be beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you get one of those shakers,
Yeah. Or those would be the sprinkles on top of the cheese glaze.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You could probably sprinkle a nice design on there too, eh? Spell it right out. C-A-N.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be
CDN.
SDPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, SDP.
For those that don't know, SDPR in BC is Social Development and Poverty Reduction Ministry.
Yeah. Yeah, they call it poverty reduction. Meanwhile, it's been in place for so many years and people are still in poverty.
Yeah, so they're not doing that good of a job.
But they say there's more to do.
We're doing our level best.
You said $660,000?
Yes.
For 300 square feet.
For 300 square feet, yeah.
I'm making a poll. How much square feet do you think is reasonable for $660,000?
Big furniture won't fit in there.
No, I saw the room. There's
Yeah.
a room for a bed, and like there's a TV there.
Just
And
cutting
they-
everything in half.
And they said there's a little hot plate.
Oh.
You know, like there's no kitchen, but there's a
No.
little hot plate, and what else is there? A little microwave.
Oh
so,
my
you know,
gosh. Wow.
So that's not bad, eh?
Oh yeah. I mean, what the heck? I don't think I had a washroom.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe an outhouse
Or
outside.
maybe you have a little bottle in the corner.
Yeah, or a little outhouse outside.
Yeah.
And a dog in a shelter.
See if you can get one person a week or per month to do a live shot from different legislators. That's what Daniel suggested for the channel.
Get a live shot from.
Different legislators.
What does he mean by that?
Do you mean MLAs, Dan, or like a live shot?
Yeah, what does he mean by live shot?
I think I mean.
How much square feet do you think is reasonable for 660,000? Evil Flight with Birdie says legislator buildings.
Oh, okay.
Legislator
buildings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that.
You could buy drones and have them fly over.
Yes. and drop little notes down for them.
There you go, yeah.
Mail delivery.
Delivery. Here's your donuts.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to have the polls in the chat every now and then, so you don't get bored with just the talking.
Hey, Evil Flight is pretty. We'll just send a drone out there to you.
Because drones over those would totally be allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll fly out some Canadians with Disability donuts out there, sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already been almost 50 minutes of the live stream.
Well, that's good.
Oh.
So should we stop at an hour or just keep going?
It's up to the horde of people that are here now.
Yeah, and the host himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe another 10 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
We gotta give Tim Hortons their airtime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So far, there's 3 votes for the poll. One person, for some reason, said 300 to 600 square feet is reasonable for $660,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Someone else said 1,200 to 2,400 is reasonable. Someone else said 2,400 to 4,800.
Yeah.
I think I agree with the last one, but I have no concept of money.
And that's as Jake's father, I can say I agree with that. That he doesn't have any concept of money.
I told you I have no intellect.
That's a lot of square feet on the last one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if I could afford a bigger place, I wouldn't really want that much bigger, because the bigger you get to, the more upkeep it is.
More cleaning to do and everything.
Yeah. So I mean, even at the very most, I probably only want to go to maybe 1,400 square feet or something. I mean, who can afford that now? But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like everybody says, oh, if I win the lottery, but I mean, even if I won the lottery, I still wouldn't buy a huge house.
No.
Because it's way too much to upkeep.
Dylan has acquired the donut from Tim Hortons.
Which one is that?
I don't know actually.
Is it a Tim Beeb?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. It's either a sour cream glaze, your favorite and my favorite, and or a vanilla dip.
Okay. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Or maybe it'd be the fries.
The fries? They have fries now? Oh yeah, that's true.
Didn't they? Or throw McDonald's in there.
Yeah.
I found that anything over 1,000 square feet is much, but with more people, you need more room.
Oh, well, that's true.
How much square feet is this apartment, do you think?
Well, this is about 850 usable space. Of actual usable space. It registers a bit up. I think it's 850 or... No, 850 or 875. Somewhere in there. I think it's maybe 8... Yeah, I can't remember. 865 or 8...
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere in there. So it's not bad, but you're right. I mean, again, if I had the luxury, I would love to have a third bedroom. And actually, one of the things I would do is I would turn in I would turn that third bedroom into like a studio, like a photo studio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where I can take photographs.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
And Evil Flightless Birdie would agree. Because I know she's into photography too. But I'd love to have my own studio space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It surprised me once you hit the 1,200 square feet mark. It is extra work, so the space needs to be used. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1,200 square feet is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like a lot to manage and to keep clean.
Yeah.
And anything after that.
As long as I get you to do it, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Still only 3 votes. They're all tied. It's a 3-way tie.
Still tied. Come on, let's get the.
Come on, guys.
Let's get that poll increasing
Give us a
here.
vote. Apparently, there's 4 people. I don't know if that's true, but that's what the stream says.
We'll assume it's lying to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, people can watch this after.
Exactly.
So that's good.
Also, I'm gonna cut the stream when it turns into a video. So I'm gonna cut the beginning part where it says starting soon.
Sure.
So it's like just 30 seconds of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was long starting soon.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
My technical son.
Technical son. Yes.
No.
7 minutes until we hit the
I think
hour
I've told you
mark.
before. I always refer to myself as an analog techie.
Mm.
You know what I mean by that is that because I grew up in the time where there was the corded phones.
Yeah.
And like I still have fond memories of like when you dial a phone it was like
It's like
yeah. And when if you phone somebody and they weren't there, you would just have to call back. There was no answering machines.
No, I know.
So, and if you missed the call, you were just like, oh well, if it was important enough, they'll call back. Yeah. And it's just such a different lifestyle there, right?
Oh wow.
And but I have very kind of fond memories of that, and as much as I like technology, I like the analog. I have a fondness for the analog too. So
it was almost like more freedom in a way.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like
because you're not tied to things. Oh well, But now people are so tied to the phone. It's like, oh crap,
I missed it. Oh no.
Checking their emails or checking,
Who called? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was gonna turn this into an actual video, I had to zoom in every time you did that.
So it's like,
yeah. So there's 4 votes now. 50%, 1,200 to 2,400. And Evil Flightless Birdie, which one did you pick? I do not know, sadly. It's all anonymous, unless you tell me in the chat. But they say, remember my vote is based on Toronto prices. When you say 660K, that is assuming the mortgage would be with fees.
Toronto and Vancouver are pretty close, though.
They are pretty close.
Comparable.
At one time, I think Toronto was leading Vancouver, actually, in real estate, but
they
then
kind of swap back and forth.
And then Vancouver beat them, and then Victoria actually became the hot spot number 1. And between Victoria was beaten for rentals, was beating Vancouver.
Yeah.
I thought, wow.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I believe that one. It's like we were out and we were talking to the lady at the front desk, right? She's like, why would you move to Victoria? It's so expensive there. I go, well, we got priced out.
Yeah.
She's, but it's so expensive. And Sonia said, well, what did you say? We got priced out, but you said you found a place cheaper. Yeah, she found a place cheaper at the time, right? So
I figured yesterday you guys were looking in Langley for a place. Yesterday, right?
We called the place.
Did you? Oh,
yeah. Sorry, we're full.
Yeah, sorry, we're full. Meanwhile, they got a sign out there that says now renting.
Oh.
It says now renting and it has their phone number.
So they're lying.
Yeah. So I phoned up and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're full. Yeah, but thanks for calling, sir."
Yeah, right, you're full.
And I'm like, now renting. Well, take down your sign then. Yeah.
But what is really needed is for housing to be decommodified.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Daniel says we have the highest cost for properties, but a lower taxes.
Dan used a big word like that.
Ooh.
I'm impressed, Dan.
That's wow, Dan.
Properties? Or
no,
what?
decommodified.
Yeah.
That was Evil Flightless.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I already said that. So Daniel does not have a high intellect.
Well,
I was almost
not
impressed.
Yeah.
But
Daniel, you're improving.
But it really made us really frustrated when we phoned up and sorry sir, we don't have anything available. Huh? Oh, okay. Right.
No, 3 minutes left.
Okay.
The hour mark.
And we walk by our old place and it's all closed up inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I saw the ads. We're looking up the rental ads. $2,190 now.
Wow.
And we thought $1,775 was high.
Oh, so that's like over $400 increase.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's been flipped so many times because we keep seeing the same ad, and I know that people have moved out of it before the lease is even up. So there's
crazy,
a problem.
eh?
And then we saw the contractor who built the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the contractor said, "Well, yeah, I don't know why that's happening." I go, "Well, we were having an electrical problem too when we moved in."
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "That's odd because I built the place, and I'm building this other one over here across the road."
Yeah.
And to make a point to him, well, okay, if you didn't know what was going on, then why was that happening?
Yeah.
Daniel is proving a point here. The presumption of the conversational attributes I have placed forward are atrocious.
Big words.
Big words.
One thing we learned from a contractor who built the same place, like he builds for all the big, basic companies, and whoever does the bidding on it, whoever wins it gets it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the same company that we rented from is going to have it. The guy didn't want to admit that, but here's the thing: they're running 5 months behind right now.
Yeah.
On parts, they can't put the elevator in the building.
Wow.
He's waiting on. Yeah, he's waiting 5 months. He's been waiting on one part.
Wow.
So and it won't be done till probably February. It's supposed to be done no later than October of this year.
This is slightly off topic, but it gives you a little insight into my dad's sense of humor.
Yeah.
Is because when they moved into Langley and I moved with them, it was like over 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And got a place in Langley, a house, and they're all like just very kind of almost vanilla spec houses, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the bare minimum. And my dad's like the back stairs to the port, or the deck was all kind of coming apart within a few months. And so my dad tore off the stairs and started to rebuild them. And he says now that I fixed the stairs, he says I can tear down the house and start rebuilding all that now too. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That person you spoke about, Brent, they are now waiting on an inspection for the elevator for almost a month at the time of writing.
Mm-hmm.
And
5 months.
And you remember this was going back a few years ago now, but it was around Christmas time. It was in Vancouver here, where there was an elevator that went out of service, and they kept it out of service for like 4 months or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was right around Christmas time. And so all these people that were stranded on their upper floors couldn't leave.
Yeah. Is that the same one that got burnt down?
I don't know, but
I had problems.
And it's just crazy that the landlord just wouldn't touch it, wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's just think like, how humbug can you get?
That's huge problem. I mean, it's beyond an accessibility issue.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's
just
cheap.
Outright cruelty, really.
Cheap, right?
Yeah.
And back then, they weren't short on getting supplies, right? It's right now, I think it's the parts that are taking a lot longer.
Yeah.
Supply chain issue.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. 5 months, he's behind in the project.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, they're already building the another big giant complex, the same company.
And they won't be able to put the elevator in there either.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's how we told the building that. So she says, well, the building that we're living in now, she says, built in late 1960s. And he's like, oh yeah, I just finished moving somebody out of a building, and those elevators are a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since we got the 1 hour mark, I think this could end it off on these last comments. A big problem with housing, says Flightless Birdie, subsidized housing being used as the answer for people on assistance is that they are pushed into substandard apartments and then unable to remove because moving costs money.
Yeah, like I'll comment to you on that, Flightless Birdie. Did you hear the and Dan and everybody else, this segment that I on the part with Sonia? First of all, we were talking there about housing, saying that the rates haven't been increased. So the minister, who's in charge of SDPR, basically said, "Well, I need to get you signed up on a list, and under the housing provider." No, like that's people should be able to live in the housing that they want to live in, not go under the housing that the government says, well, we can have this housing for you. Yeah. We don't want to raise your rate, so I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way. Yeah. No, they want to claw the other money up, and if they hadn't clawed it off us, we could have still been living in the place that we were living in.
Let us do you a favor. Yeah. Give you less money. Yeah. There you go.
We'll give you less money, but we'll give you the option of living in this other housing.
Yeah.
Okay, the last comment. Yeah. Who is the most approachable MLA in BC?
Sonia? John Horgan.
He's the most approachable?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
The most approachable?
Yeah.
It actually still bugs me that I had all that time with him. I've told you that before. During his election. Yeah. Because he actually invited me over, like during that ad campaign that he ran. Yeah. And so I literally spent hours with him that day. Like, I don't know, it was like 5 hours or something. Yeah. And I just wish I had picked his ear a little bit more. Yeah. But I was just being respectful, though. I thought, I didn't want him to be in politician mode then, because I knew there was a lot on his plate. But I kind of wish I did take that opportunity.
My second favorite is Spencer Chandra Hubert. From Vancouver.
He's West Van, isn't he?
No, he's downtown.
No, I know, but West Van, like in the not quite West Van. I say like downtown Vancouver, but the West End. West End is what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, not West Van, but West Van.
So approachable.
I wonder who's calling.
Our donuts are here.
Who is this? Are you robbing our house?
I'm here with the Tim Hortons financial team with an offering.
Oh, okay. Poverty Donut, you are welcome in.
Always have time for Tim Hortons.
So this is going to be the last of this stream.
Tim Hortons, if you're listening.
Yes. We really need...
We're even bringing product on screen.
Yeah, we need your sponsorship. Let's design a donut, Canadians with Disabilities and their allies donut with all the little holes.
All the little holes inside. And then you need to do the powdered cheese on the top.
And then we fill in the little holes actually with some icing, right? Just cram it in there to stick it out and make it look a Canadian flag like.
There you go.
Yeah. The flavor, we haven't narrowed down.
This is our delivery person. He works for Tim Hortons. He can get us the poverty donut.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
So we have to show the proof of the donut on the screen, and then we'll end the stream.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Timbits for everyone.
Okay.
Look at this.
Let me grab one.
No, I'm putting them in a bowl.
Well, okay.
Yeah, because that's an awesome idea.
Well, you all have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you, Tim Hortons boy. But where's our coffees though?
I know.
Yeah, give me the double.
We all have to have at least one Timbit.
I'll take the chocolate.
I'll take the vanilla. Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna have this one. This is a sour cream.
Sour cream is my favorite, actually.
Sour cream.
Yeah. Birthday cake is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's good?
I must say, those are pretty darn good. Now,
I was gonna say. And if Tim Hortons is listening, you should know that we've done a couple reviews of your ice cream now, and my son's a big fan, and me too. Mm-hmm. We especially like the chocolate flavor.
The chocolate donut.
Chocolate
was
donut
really good.
flavor of the ice cream.
Good. Yeah.
It's really good.
But if we were to somehow integrate a logo onto here, like even like a CDN PWD on here. Mm-hmm. Hey, CDN. Ava Flightless Birdie. If you put CDM PWD, yeah, or PWD Allies, we'll figure out how to incorporate that in. But it can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get Justin Bieber onto it.
Yeah, he would know.
Yeah, and Michael Bublé.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I swear I'm gonna tweet this out and get Michael Bublé and Justin Bieber and Tim Hortons, and they're all gonna sponsor us.
Michael Bublé, yeah, he would be a good sponsor.
There you go.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah.
So this is still a good note to end on.
He would be good for a jingle. He would be good for a jingle.
Oh yeah.
Tim Hortons Donuts.
So thank you everyone for
Bye-bye.
watching. Have a good day, everyone watching. You're
Bye-bye.
so cool.